Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on our podcast called The Move. Talking to you today will be Alan Snell, and
Antonio Navarro.
today we bring you a quite hot but controversial topic covering the ideas of racial stereotypes and issues on the Garden Grove High School campus and their possible solutions. We believe that racial stereotypes and whatnot have flooded the campus and has sort of plagued our campus, and it has become evident that it may become an issue in the future, and there are ways that we could stop this from spreading. So one of the biggest topics that students may face on a day-to-day basis at Garden Grove High School are racial stereotypes. Israel, do you feel like you face racial stereotypes on a daily basis?
Yes.
What kind of stereotypes do you usually face?
Like being said that I'm in gangs because I'm Mexican, or like the way I dress is too, like my clothes are too baggy, and that puts me in a category with gang members.
Do you feel like this kind of forces you to take the identity or like push yourself to be someone who you're really not?
Yes.
Do you feel like there are ways that this could possibly change and provide a better outcome for students on the Garden Grove High School campus?
Yes, there could be ways to change this.
Thank you. Joining us now, we have Sean Keogh, Garden Grove High School Argonaut baseball player. He's going to be talking about his experiences with racial stereotypes and whatnot. Sean, have you experienced any sort of racism or racial stereotyping on this campus?
I have experienced racial stereotypes on this campus. Just because I'm Asian, I expected to have good grades all the time, and it hurts me really badly.
Do you feel like this kind of like forces you to turn into someone or like be a personality that you really aren't and like just front as someone you're not?
I feel like I'm forced to like always be in the books all the time, 24/7, unable to enjoy my life, do whatever I want to do, and just forever be in the library, just studying.
Do you feel like this is an ongoing problem at campus that many students face? And if so, what type of solutions do you think they are able?
Since we have a large Asian community here in Garden Grove High School, I feel like everyone somehow or some way experienced the same thing I have been experiencing some way or another. And I feel like a solution to fix it is just to allow people to enjoy their life and not force them to be always studying or doing their homework, and just allow them to live.
Are there any stereotypes that you feel like maybe like overly exaggerated? Like they may be true, but they may be over exaggerated?
Repeat the question, please.
Do you feel like there are any stereotypes that like may seem a little true, but may be over exaggerated to make the Asian community look bad?
I feel like people expect the Asian community to be rich, since, you always see people driving like Teslas or Mercedes around, and that's how I feel.
This is Sean Keogh with the Garden Grove High School baseball team. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hello, this is Antonio Navarro, and I'm here today with
Alan Snow.
Do you think you faced any racial stereotypes on this Garden Grove campus because you're a darker skin tone?
Many people often confuse me with African Americans. Even though I'm not African American, people may believe so because of my darkest skin tone. However, I am Peruvian and Mexican, so I personally don't affiliate with any African groups.
Do you think you're judged by your skin tone?
Most definitely, there are some circumstances where I do notice differences in how I'm treated just because of my skin tone. But I personally have not really faced anything that has impacted my learning experience or like has affected me emotionally.
Can you give me some examples?
Sometimes you'll hear people like giving me random stereotypes for black people. Like sometimes people think I like to steal or I like to go. People like to say I go party. I like to drink. It's honestly a common stereotype, and I've gotten used to it over time because I've faced it for so long. But new young black men, honestly, might have a hard time dealing with it, as it generally may affect them because they are black. However, I personally don't feel a strong connection or strong emotions when it happens to me because I personally don't align with any black groups. All right, joining us here today is Jefferson Moreno, Garden Grove High School senior. Jefferson, what nationality or race do you identify as?
I'm Mexican, so like Latino and Mexican.
So, based off of your nationality or race, do you feel like you face any racial stereotypes or prejudices on the Garden Grove High School campus?
Sometimes, like with certain groups, I might be identified as an Edgar or like like they might think I drive a Hellcat or something along those lines.
Do you feel like this like forces you to be someone or take on a personality that you yourself may not identify as?
No, I mean kind of. Sometimes they might think I talk a certain way, and I might like talk a certain way just to put it in their face, but who knows? Yeah.
Do you feel like it has ever impacted your learning experience at Garden Grove High School?
No.
Jefferson, do you feel like there are prejudices or racial stereotypes that take place on campus that people might not know about?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Do you think that there are any racial prejudices or stereotypes that take place on campus that might hurt students that take place without anyone knowing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like with certain teachers, I'm not gonna name certain teachers, but certain teachers for sure like comment on people being Edgars and like the way they sag and shit. I mean the stuff.
Do you feel like there are any solutions or ways that we can work towards fixing this on the Garden Grove High School campus?
I mean, not really. I don't know really. Like, I feel like the way people like see someone are like low key based off facts sometimes. I don't know.
Jefferson, thank you for your time. Are there any last words you'd like to say about this topic?
Nah.
You hear it here, folks? Nah.
And then our solutions to fix racial stereotypes and prejudices are bringing more awareness to the campus and to our racial issues, promote more diversion environments, have more opportunities for different races to come together and share their culture and their backgrounds together. One example is how ASB could host a cultural event and during lunch or have a meeting or even have like a cultural exchange with all cultures.
We hope that from this podcast that you listeners have learned that although we may have interviewed a small portion, maybe even a minuscule portion of the Garden Grove High School campus, we hope that it's brought light to show you that there are things that happen that aren't brought to light, such as racial prejudices and stereotypes. And we feel like people may think that this is not a big issue. However, it can definitely grow into something worse. And we believe that there are many solutions that we can do to stop it or at least slow the process down. Thank you for joining us on our podcast today, also called The Move, hosted by Alan Snow, and
Antonio Navarro.
we hope you have a nice day.